Hi everybody. In this lesson, I'm going to add a custom checkout to our shopping cart that we've been dealing with. Let me show you the checkout as it exists now. We worked on it a little bit last week and got the PHP done. And as you can see, this thing needs some help. So I've gone to my friend Bootstrap again, and I'm going to go ahead and work with this. And I hope you like it. I want to show you a couple things. That it's okay to it's okay to borrow templates because we can customize this however we want. The thing is to give you the confidence of doing it. We are in a world of honestly shared code, open source systems. And the thing is to make a good decision with it. So when I loaded this video, you saw that I had been here and I tested the validation and I was working with it. But what I like the most about this is this section over here. And I also appreciate how minimal the design is and how it can adapt to my own designs. So it looks great on mobile, looks great on tablet. It's got breakpoints that are appropriate. So that said, let's dive in here. And what I'm going to do first, since I have this checkout and I have the source code visible, is focus on dependencies. Dependencies are such a big part of this, and the things you can avoid, some of the things, but like the generator Jekyll. But as far as I'm concerned, everything above the head tag here is important. Like the form validation CSS is important, okay? So back to my checkout, when we go to, this is our checkout right here, and I'm going to move this completely out of the PHP section. Okay, so I have this section here, and I can, lose the author content, things like that, and lose the generator, and just kind of go through things that I don't need. The canonical link, that's for SEO. We're definitely going to remove that. That's what the search engine sees. The Bootstrap I'm going to replace with my own Bootstrap distribution. The integrity, I don't need any of this. I can remove this, but what I can do is I'd rather just go to the CDN for Bootstrap. CDN, but I want it to be version 4. Whoopsie. CDN Bootstrap. So we're going to be looking for 4.4, and we're going to do our own integration. So this is that stack path, Bootstrap CDN. So when I throw this here, I'm just going to replace the entire section with the integrity. Oops. Actually, let's make sure we have the complete CSS here. So it's, yeah, I want the actual HTML. My bad on that. So this should have the integrity link with it, and that's good. That's what we need. As far as the favicons, don't care about the assets. I'll leave this in for now, and then we can replace it when we grab our Bootstrap 4.4. But if we want this, we would have to download all the starter files for this. So right now we're just doing Bootstrap min, and I'm looking for anything custom that this guy has done, but clearly there isn't. There's a form validation CSS which we're going to grab. We should grab that sooner than later. So let me go back to this section here. And one way to grab this, honestly, is to open the link in a new tab and just grab it. Let me make sure I've got the right one because that looked a little bit. This is the Bootstrap min. I'm looking for this guy right here, the Bootstrap CSS. Oh, and it's just not even that much. So what I'm going to do with the form validation CSS is simply add it to the styles, and I'll put it above the placeholder image. So that's our container right now that for some reason, it's very interesting, but we'll leave it here, custom styles for this template. I think they want us to add it to that, so that's fine. We can live with that. So now we have our other section, and I'm going to keep this all in the same script so I can borrow it. The form action has to be the same, certainly. But what I want to do is grab the source code. Again, we'll close this and we'll keep this. I don't need the top. I need this, the row. I can have a class container and then do the row. So let's do class container like this, and then we'll grab the row like so. This is the second row because the py-5 text center, this is really what we need. So this is that row, and we're going to go all the way to the bottom. There's MB4, the payment, and then another row, following the rows down to the bottom, and I want to make sure we get to this section down here. So that should close our container. So I'm going to do a quick check on this, and we'll load it up and see how it looks in my custom area. So here's this, and it's looking like that's an issue right there. So let's go to the top and make sure we have those values. So what we pasted was not copied completely. I can see that. Here it is right there. And that's why it's got its second value. So where we're going to focus in this case is making sure our, there we go. So now we have all our stuff in our checkout. Our cart, this was going to need to be populated. We have a couple console errors, and that's fine. That's because of the CSS. The JSON I'm not worried about, so we can basically close this out. But the next step on this, now that we've done 6 minutes worth, is to first make sure that our forms have the same forms that PayPal demands. So what does PayPal look for? Well, when we look at, we're looking at the actual name field for this. Like, you see how we have custom class country, that right there? We're going to need to take these values and put our own appropriate name inside there, because right now there is no name field. And credit to Bootstrap, because they know that that's the one thing we should add instead of change. So knowing that, I'm going down to my own controls, and I have first name underscore, first underscore name, last underscore name. All this stuff is what we can use. So we've got our, I'm going to actually lose the username entirely because I'm not a fan of it. We don't need it. If you saw my article earlier this quarter, you probably saw the negativity of having a membership system with a e-commerce cart. It costs you a lot of money. It can and has. Look up the article, the $300 million button. So now I'm just adding last name. And this is why I like to keep the field names above my desk so I don't have to toggle. Right now I'm sort of quarantining, so I'm not near where I usually work. But we have city, state, zip, that's all the same. And then bill first underscore name. So we'll just do city, state, and zip on this. And right now we have, go to the top. This is just address, I believe it's address 1. So name equals address, and I believe it's 1. Let's make sure, let's just double check on the address here. Night phone. Yeah, I think we're good. And then city, state, and zip. So I'll just work through these as quickly as I can to get that done. And when you flip this much, I'm going to get you guys car sick. I'm driving the car like a maniac here. So name equals email. And again, our goal is to see address 1. This would be address 2. Okay, and then our country would be name equals country. And then state, name equals state. Again, this is what PayPal is going to see. This is what any server-sided script is going to see. Name equals zip. Oh. Okay, so this is the front end of this, and then we have same address, same info, which is fine. I can revisit that later. Then I have this section right here. So for PayPal, I'm actually going to keep it the same as it is now. I'm going to go and comment this out for later, and we're going to change this block. This is because the PayPal is going to be assumed to be PayPal, and I'm doing this because I want the form action to go to the same row. So when we go back to our form at the top, here's the form action here. We'll do action, and we'll make sure this is the promo code on the right